Hey, welcome back to 7-Minute Books. I'm Sam, and today we're talking about Chasing Excellence by Ben Bergeron. Sophie, what's your first thought when you hear the phrase chasing excellence?
Honestly, my first thought is that it sounds exhausting. But Bergeron flips it completely. He says excellence isn't a destination, it's how you travel. It's about the daily grind, not the gold medal.
Yeah, and that was the part that got me. He's a CrossFit coach who's trained world champions, but he says this applies to everyone. Whether you're an athlete, a parent, a CEO, the principles are the same.
Right. And the core of it is redefining success. Most of us are obsessed with outcomes. We want the promotion, the applause, the high score. But Bergeron says that's a trap because you can't control those things.
So what can you control? Your effort, your attitude, your process. He says true winning is looking in the mirror at the end of the day and knowing you did everything you could with what you had.
Exactly. And he calls this the champion's mindset. It's built on 3 pillars: positivity, purpose, and process. Let's break those down.
Okay, so positivity. But it's not about being a naive optimist. It's realistic optimism. You look at a hard situation, you acknowledge it, and you ask, what can I learn from this?
And it's about your self-talk. That inner voice is the most powerful tool you have. If you keep telling yourself you're tired or not good enough, you'll crumble. The champion trains that voice.
It's like replacing I can't with I will. And this is too hard with this is what I signed up for. It sounds simple, but Bergeron says it's a neurological rewiring.
And then there's purpose. He makes a distinction between a goal and a purpose. A goal is specific and measurable, like losing 20 pounds. A purpose is the deeper why behind it.
Without a powerful purpose, you'll quit when things get hard. The pain will outweigh the reward. But when you connect the grind to something deeper, like providing for your family, the discomfort becomes meaningful.
And that leads to the 3rd pillar, process. This is the practical part. Bergeron is all about the compound effect. Excellence comes from thousands of tiny, correct decisions, not one heroic effort.
He calls these the margins. Most people will show up for the big game, but champions win in the margins. They make their bed, choose a healthy snack, get 8 hours of sleep, do 1 extra rep.
And there's the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every day by the end of the year, you're 37 times better. That math is simple, but the execution is brutally hard.
And that's where the grind comes in. It's the boring, repetitive practice of the fundamentals. Bergeron says you have to learn to love the grind. Find satisfaction in the repetition itself.
Which brings us to comfort. Our modern world is designed for comfort, but Bergeron says comfort is the enemy of excellence. Growth only happens outside your comfort zone.
It's like stress and rest. To get stronger, you stress your muscles, then let them rebuild. Same for your mind. You have to intentionally seek discomfort. Take the cold shower, wake up early, have the hard conversation.
And each time you do, you expand your comfort zone. You build tolerance for the stress that's required for growth.
Now, Bergeron also has a whole section on failure. And this is where I really had to pause. He says failure isn't just something to accept. You should seek it out.
Because failure is the most honest feedback you can get. It tells you exactly where you're weak. The key is to separate your identity from the failure. You're not a failure because you failed.
He calls it failing forward. You analyze the data, learn the lesson, adjust the process, and get back to work. No sulking, no excuses, no kitchen.
And that ties into the role of ego. Ego tells you you're better than you are. It makes you crave validation and compare yourself to others. It's the enemy of the process.
So the champion operates from humility. They're brutally honest with themselves. They know their weaknesses, and they're not afraid to ask for help or look foolish.
Humility isn't thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. You're so focused on the process that you forget to worry about how you appear.
And you can't do it alone. Bergeron talks about needing a wolfpack, a small group who holds you to a high standard, who pushes you when you're tired, who tells you the truth.
And leadership isn't a title, it's a choice. You lead by setting the standard with your actions, by being the first to arrive and the last to leave, and lifting others up.
When it comes to training the body, he's surprisingly simple. He focuses on fundamentals. Master the squat, the deadlift, the press, the pull-up. If you're not strong in the basics, you have no business doing advanced work.
And that applies to life too. If you can't manage your time, sleep, and nutrition, you can't expect to perform in a crisis. He calls it building a strong base.
Now here's a myth he busts: the big day. A lot of people save their best for the big game or the big presentation. But Bergeron says you can't perform at a level you haven't trained on.
The big day is just another day. It's the result of thousands of small days that came before it. So you bring your best every single time, not just when it's convenient.
That takes the pressure off the big moment. When you've prepared diligently, the big day isn't a test. It's a celebration of your preparation.
And that leads to the most profound idea, the internal scoreboard. Bergeron says the only scoreboard that matters is the one inside your own head. You define what a good day looks like.
So instead of measuring by numbers or outcomes, you measure by effort, attitude, and integrity. Did you give 100%? Did you stay positive? Did you treat others with respect? If yes, you win.
That internal scoreboard frees you from comparison. It makes you bulletproof because your happiness isn't dependent on things you can't control.
The whole thing is a marathon with no finish line. It's a lifelong commitment to becoming better, one small decision at a time. The person you become on the journey matters more than any prize.
And Bergeron's message is hopeful. He doesn't promise a gold medal, but he promises you'll become a champion in your own life. You'll build resilience and find satisfaction in living up to your potential.
For me, the takeaway is simple. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop making excuses and start doing the work. The chase is the reward.
And if you want to dive deeper into any of these ideas, we've got you covered. The full library is over at 7minutebooks.com/app with over 6,000 fiction and nonfiction titles you can read or listen to in any language. It's $2.99 a month, $9.99 a year, or $19.99 for lifetime access. So, Sam, we've got the mindset, the pillars, the grind. The real question is, are you ready to embrace the chase?
I think I have to be, because the alternative is just coasting, and that doesn't sound like much of a life.
That's the whole point. Excellence isn't a place you get to, it's a way of traveling. We'll see you in the next one.